Hi, it's Meg from Happy Camper Crafts. Just a really quick video this evening. It's been a bit of a chaotic week again. I was supposed to have a craft class this morning, but again, no one was interested, no one booked. So I had planned on doing a video, which is what I'm going to do when people don't book the classes I've advertised. But then I had my granddaughter and there we go. So I just thought I'll come on and do a quick video tonight to add to my YouTube channel. So this I had planned to do for July, to do the Thoughtful Wishes bundle, which is this one. I haven't used it yet, so this is the first cards I've used it on. So it comes with a stamp set and dies. Here, these are the dies. Sorry for the glare, I've got to have my lights on because I've had to shut the sun out. So a really lovely set of dies. I'm looking forward to using those. And I'm also using the Layering Circles dies. I don't think these are in the catalogue. I should have checked, I'm sorry. I think these are actually a retired item, but there must be something similar in the catalogue, but sorry, I've used these. I was going to use the punch, the circle punch, but it wasn't quite big enough for what I wanted. So these are the cards I made. So starting with that one, which is a SIP card, Stampin' Ink and paper, very simple. I'm using the Stampin' Up note cards, which come in a pack of 20, I think it is. They're really lovely if you just want to send somebody a little note. So this is just literally Stampin' Ink and paper, and then this is two, but I've just stepped it up by doing a white layer. I don't know if you can see that, work out where the camera is, sorry. So just stamping a layer, which just makes it look a little bit different. I haven't put any things on there yet. And then if you, this is just using a little bit of DSP as a layer, just as something a little bit different. So they're all exactly the same, just stepped up a little bit as we go along. So like I say, I've used the note cards. So the first one I'm going to do, I'm using some of the new in colours. I'm using Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink, which are the two new. And I'm also using their gorgeous in colour gems, which are really lovely. So let's get going. So if you want to recreate these, this one is the one we'll do first. And I'm using, where's it gone? I did have it here. There it is. So I cut a piece of paper, a piece of card, the same size. Put that one off to the side a minute, as the front of the note card. And the front of the note card is 5 inches by 3.5 inches. And that's just the front size. So I cut a piece that size, and out of it I cut a circle. Now the circle I used, as I told you, is from the layered circles, but the one I used is about 2 3/4 of an inch, the circle. Okay, and then that, you can put it in the centre, you can put it wherever you like. So then I line it up with the front of the card, and this is not a Stampin' Up product, but it's brilliant. It's a post-it labelling and cover-up tape, actually, but it doesn't tear the paper when you take it off. So this is the thing I've found is best. So we're going to start off with Pretty in Pink, and we are literally, whoops, sorry, knocked the camera, with a blending brush. This is not a Stampin' Up one, but Stampin' Up do them. This one was a set that was given to me as a gift, so I just tap it off first, otherwise you'll get, and I've got to the side here, I've got some scrap paper, and I literally, when I've loaded the ink, just tap it off, because otherwise you'll get that blob in wherever you start. And then we're literally going to make, and it does take a little time to build up the colour. My first one was quite a bit darker than the other two. I must have been running out of patience further on I went. Load up the colour. This is quite a light one, obviously. If you used a darker shade of ink, you wouldn't need to do it quite so many times. Oops, see how I just knocked that out? You'll get a, you need to keep it still in the same place, otherwise you'll get a double glow or a halo effect on your circle. And my little granddaughter here today, I'm going to be having her on a Thursday now because her mummy's doing a online course. Sorry, keep getting my hand in the way, but yeah, so I'm having her every Thursday now, so that mummy can get on and get her course done, finished. It's nice for me to have her for a bit. I enjoy doing it. Still working in Wales at the moment, so on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So and then the older two grandchildren come for tea on a Thursday as well, so it's kind of nice. My son picks up the little one on his way home from work, and then the other two are here for tea. So the cousins get to see each other as well, which is nice. Right, I think I'm going to leave it at that because I'm getting armache, but I think that's bright enough. So we'll shut that ink up, because an open ink palette is a disaster around me. So when you just take that off, use that again, and you can keep your this piece, you can keep that to recreate another card. Right, so there's our circle. Then I switch to Petunia Pop, and the image I've been using is this one. Okay, so mount it on an acrylic block. That's my image. Ink it up. Now make sure, check your ink, your stamp, and make sure you've got a decent amount of ink on it, because I don't know if you can see on this one, if I get it up to the camera, you can see that on the edge here it wasn't quite inked properly, so it's a little bit lighter, but you know, I'm going to be using these for myself, so it's not a problem, because I still keep in touch with, I think I've told you before, some of the folk I used to look after when I was caring in the community. So there's a little mark on there. Right, so I've inked up my stamp, checked that it's inked, and then I'm literally going to stamp it. You can stamp it wherever you like on here. So I'm just going to stamp it on. Don't, with these red rubber stamps, don't push too hard, because if you've got some ink around the edge, because you've pressed it too hard on the pad, on the ink pad, it will come out. So if I show you on this scrap paper, I have got some ink at the bottom, so if I press too hard, you see how the little edge comes out. So yeah, just be aware and be a bit careful of that. On here I'm also going to stamp sentiment straight on, and I'm using sentiment from that stamp set which says "Thinking of you fondly," and I'm literally going to stamp it straight on there. Hope that's straight. Right, and then we're going to get these. I'm just going to close that ink pad. Oh no, before I do that, We don't like a blank inside. But because I like to write a little bit, I only ink up half of the, and then I put it on a piece of scratch paper, move that out of the way, so that the edge comes off on here. So I don't put the whole image on, because that would take up too much space for where I want to write. Okay, right, let's push that to the side again. And now I'm going to close that ink pad and get one of my favourite tools. Take your pick. So you've got putty end, which is brilliant for this job. So I'm going to use Petunia Pop, and where are we going to put these? One, and then two smaller ones. 3 is pleasing on the eye. Just pop 3 on there. Now on those other ones, where's its lid? So the other end of the putty tip, you've got pokey tool. This is really good actually for taking the backings off the dimensionals. So where's my dimensionals? No, that's not it. Here it is. So dimensionals are if you want to pop a layer up. So these are the dimensionals. And for taking these backing bits off, that pointy tool is really good for just picking them off. You also have a spatula, and then there's this little brush which goes, no, wrong end. Let me just put the cover on that. So you can take off the pointy tip and put that on. And if you've got a die which is really ornate and there's got lots of little pieces, you just brush it over with that and it gets all the little bits out. And you've also got, just quickly show you, on the other end is a scoring tool, or ball tool is another name for it. So you've got a little tiny ball there and a slightly thicker one there, and they're really useful for rounding flowers. If you've cut out some flowers and you want to give them a bit of shape and dimension, or of course for scoring. Anyway, sorry, we slightly digressed, but yeah, great little tool. So if you're interested in getting one of those, pop over to my Facebook page, and you'll find a link to my shop, to my Stampin' Up Facebook page. So that's the first card. I kind of lost my train a bit there, didn't I? Sorry. So that's that one. Okay. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to do. If you can see on this one, I won't do it now because it's just taking time. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that glittering? And that I've just done with a bit of Wink of Stella on the leaves and the main bulk of the flowers. I will just find my Wink of Stella. And this is Wink of Stella. Oh, sorry, not even under the... and all it is a little water brush with glitter in it, and you literally just paint over, and you'll be able to see it will pull some of the colour in. So like, see this one here is white. When I've done over it with the Wink of Stella, it'll be a very light pink because it's pulled some of that Petunia Pop in. You see that? And I did over this one as well. And this one, just a little on that leaf. Well, I wasn't going to do this, was I? Because it was going to take up time, but anyway, I've done it now. I won't do it on the others, I'll do it once I've finished videoing. And that one. There we are. And then just gives you, I don't know, can you see it or not? I don't know if you can see that little glitter there. Anyway, it does. trust me. I always wipe the nib off because it's picked up some of the colour. You don't want that transferred. Right, I'll just pop those away for a minute. We will be using them again. Right, so the next one we're going to do is the layer. So this is the layer onto there. So we'll put that back, and that's the smaller of the so it's cut as a matte, I call it a matte layer, okay, because that mat's on the front. Right, so it is, the measurement is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, so it's 1/4 of an inch smaller than the card front itself. So exactly the same thing again. I'm going to put it down here this time, see if it'll stop it slipping. Right. I was wondering about whether I'd do it the other way around, but I don't think the lighter pink will show on the petunia pop. So let me put this over here, and then I'm not constantly blocking. Right, here we go. I need to scoot some of that ink. Now you'll see I didn't tap enough off, so I've got a few lines. I haven't proved it myself, but some people do say that the Stampin' Up brushes, blending brushes, are better than the cheaper versions that you can get from Amazon or wherever, because they don't leave any lines. I haven't proved this. I just wasn't going to throw away something that was given to me, so I'm just using these. I like them. I don't mind the effect, but if you do like a completely smooth, you can get, if you're not rushing, you can get a pretty smooth finish. I mean, that's not a bad finish on that one. So I've just realised I don't have my overhead light on, which is a bit silly really. There is an overhead light on this thing, but I don't even know where my button is for switching it on. I apologise if this video is a bit dark and shadowy, but I'm not going to do it again right now because I don't want to start again. So, sorry. It's really annoying because I know I've seen the button here somewhere that just switches that on. How bizarre. It's disappeared. Anyway, so we're done with that one now. Pick it up, move it over there. So that's not too shabby. Quite happy with that. Right, so we've got to get the Petunia Pop ink, and we're going to stamp our focal point, our image. Right, I'm going to stamp that on there. Press gently and evenly because you want the whole image. Here we are. And then again, I'm going to, no, I think this time I'm going to just ring the changes a bit. And I'm going to stamp Thinking of You Fondly on here. And then I'm going to get my cutting tool, paper trimmer, and cut this up not where you can see it, is it? As close as I dare to the edge, because I don't want it too big. And then do the same there, making sure it's straight. Cut, that can go in the bin. And then 4, put that away under the table. Get my paper snips. These are also available from Stampin Up. And cut that. Now, to make sure I get the same angle the other side, I just take that piece that I've cut off, pop it on there, and snip. Those bits can go in the bin, and I'm going to put that on there with dimensionals, which I just put away. So, a couple of dimensionals on the back. 1. These dimensionals come in 2 sizes. So there's this size, which are the regular dimensionals. Hopefully you can see that. Regular ones. And then there's these, which are the minis. Can you see that? And they're quite teeny. Okay. Right. Sorry. I don't want this to be too long a video. Back to my Take Your Pick tool. There we are. Great. And then these go in the bin, not all over the floor. And I'm going to stick that hopefully straight. Check for position before I press it down. That looks pretty good. Then green glue. I like my green glue. Put green glue on the back. And stick it. I like green glue because if you don't get it dead straight, you can wiggle it a bit, because it takes a minute or two for that to settle. There we go. So there's the second one. As you can see, it's just a layer. Third one, we're going to add a layer. So we'll first of all do our circle again. Bring this back. No, oh yeah, because this is then, so yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you that. So this one is the layer, okay, which is the matte layer, which is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 is that layer, and then this layer is smaller, is 1/4 of an inch smaller again, so it's 4 1/2 by 3, this layer. Okay, so this is slightly bigger. So what I did is I eyeballed it as central as I could, maybe it goes that way a little bit, and then level it at the top, put it down. And you've got to hold this one a little bit more carefully, because it will move because it's that little bit smaller. Got a feeling there was a little beep on my phone. I'm actually recording on my phone, so if there was a beep, I'm sorry. It's probably one of my children trying to get hold of me. Possibly my son or his partner, who's to tell me something about the baby, but who I've had today. But anyway, I can catch up with that when I'm done here. little bit more colour on there, I think. Get as much of the ink out of the brush as I can, because this will be my last one for tonight. There we go. Close up that one. Bring in the Petunia Pop. Stamp the image. Nice and even. Oh, that's not very straight, is it? Oh well, not to worry. It's handmade. That's really wonky. Oh dear. Yes, that probably will annoy me, but I'm going to bring this one back because I didn't put beads. Oh look, I didn't stamp the inside either. We'll do that in a minute. Didn't put these on. So, Petunia Pop. I think on this one I'm going to put 1, 2 and a third one over there. We'll have to stamp that in a minute. I'm going to do the same on here. 1, 2, and I think, do I want to go in there? Do I want to go up? Oh, I'm going to up there, that'll do. So let's pop those away before we stamp the inside of that. So what we want to do now is pop this layer on, double-sided these lovely papers. No, I'm just going to use the other side. I'm going to pop this layer on. And then pop this layer on. Might need to go that way a little bit. Put a lid on the glue. And then I need to stamp the insides because I forgot. So I'll just quickly do that and Petunia Pop. So just bring in the scratch paper, stamp half of it, stamp it on there. It's the inside, and this is the other one that I forgot to stamp. Right, so that's that one. Slide those out of the way. So those are the cards. And what we tend to do as well, so these are the 3 we've just made. Oh, I've knocked the camera. I apologise. Sorry. Yeah, so those are the 3 we just made, along with the ones. Obviously, I'll do the glittery stuff, the Wink of Stella, on those 2 off camera. But then I just need to get 3 of the envelopes because we don't like making envelopes. So, and it's up to you what you do with the envelopes. And you could use the designer series paper and put it on there. I'll do one and show you. So, oh, what am I doing? Just a little. So, a little bit of ink. Stamp it on the corner. And I'll show you one with a designer series paper just so that you know what I mean. So I'll just pull out one of the ones we've got. We've got a Petunia Pop in the stripe, haven't we? Actually, I quite like the other one. That'll be quite nice on the envelope if I can find it quickly. Sorry, these are the in colour 6x6 papers. So I'm just going to use that one. That's the other one I used on my other envelope. I'll tell you what, being as we did that one together, I will do that one. So, pop your envelope on there so you get a rough idea. I'll just get my big scissors a minute. A rough idea of how big you need your piece of paper. Don't want to waste too much. Snip it off. Put glue on your sorry, I was just checking to see. On your envelope flap, decide which side you want showing. Pop it up to the fold line of your envelope. Don't go over the fold line because you'll have to just make sure you're up to the fold line. Make sure you're nice and secure. And then literally I like to use not those big scissors. I like to use my little paper nips and literally just trim it off. I haven't got my close work glasses on actually, so I might not get it quite accurate. So trim it off around the edge. And we go. And there you have a matching envelope. Put the rubbish in the bin. So that one's got its matching envelope. Let's get those out of the way a minute. And that one's got a matching envelope. And that one's got its matching envelope. So there we are. Nice and easy using the note cards that are already cut and scored for you. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up, comment below, share the video. It will help me to get more followers or more people looking at the video. If there's any other products that you would like, please don't hesitate to contact me. I did have, I'll show you quickly. I don't know whether you'll be able to see this. Take a screenshot of that if you want to get hold of me. That's my business card. And I am on Facebook under Happy Camper Crafts or Meg Holloman Stampin' Up demonstrator. So feel free. Or leave me a comment under the video and I'll get back to you. Thanks very much for watching. Have fun.